Chad Moyer with you here on the Rural Radio Network. Let's visit today with Ron Carleton. He is a counselor to the administrator of EPA, the Environmental Protection Agency in Washington, D.C. Ron, thanks for visiting with us here today. Of course, the big thing on everybody's mind is what happened on Tuesday, and now EPA is going to transition from one administration to the next. Have those discussions been taking place already?
Yeah, and Chad, thanks for having me with you today. Certainly, we've already begun talking about the transition process. Administrator McCarthy is committed to making this as seamless and smooth a transition as she can possibly make. We want to make sure that we do everything we can to help the next administrator at EPA get off to a running start so that they have the information and the issue needs and what have you so that they can get started running.
So are there some things that need to be wrapped up by the current administration before that transition takes place?
Oh, absolutely. We're at a point where we're ready to wrap up a few things, or certainly close to wrapping up. Some pesticide decisions, for example. We're looking at atrazine, at glyphosate, chlorpyrifos, and a few others that we're near the end of the review on those, and we hope to have either those finished by the end of 2016 or carry over into 2017, but we're working well along with those. The renewable fuel standard is one where we will be announcing the final volumes at the end of November the 30th. So we're on target to make that happen. So I think we're wrapping up the work of this administration and looking forward to the future. All
right, let's spend a little bit of time on the RFS because there had been some criticism on the length of time that it takes to get those out. Does it appear that the process has been kind of laid out better, that those will come out a little bit more timely?
Yeah, I think so. You know, a couple of years ago, we were behind, and we understand that caused a little bit of uncertainty in the investor community with growers and others. Well, we got back on track with the program last year, and this year I think the program is the decision-making, the review has gone very well, very smoothly, and so we are on target to make that announcement at the end of November, which is the target date. So we're on track. I think that, I don't know what the numbers are going to be yet, but I think we're going to be promoting aggressive growth in renewable fuels. I think it carries out the goals of the program to bring more renewable fuels into the program, and I think that it'll be a good decision.
All right. Can you give us a little insight from your perspective as to what goes into those numbers in making that decision?
Well, our RFS team has to look at a number of factors, infrastructure, available fuel and feedstock, and a number of things. They have to figure out, what makes sense in terms of not only promoting aggressive growth, but realistic targets that can be met. And the goal here, though, is to have growth in the program. And I think that wherever we come out, we will see aggressive growth, and that's what they're looking at.
And you think it'll be growth in not only first generation, but also cellulosic and some of those advanced fuels?
Yeah, I think so. I think they're looking at all of that and trying to push the envelope as best we can.
All right. Anything else ag-related at EPA? You mentioned the pesticide and some of those herbicide things that you continue to work on. Anything else that growers in the Midwest need to know?
Well, we'll be beginning implementation of the worker protection standards come January the 1st. We're in the process of finalizing the new rules on certified applicator training, and so there's some things that we are finishing up, and we'll get those done as best we can. But again, we're ready to begin this transition process. It's going to be smooth and seamless, and we're going to do everything we can to help the next administrator with the challenges and the issues facing EPA and agriculture in 2017 and beyond.
Ron, thanks for the update. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Chad.
All right, again, we've been visiting with Ron Carleton. He is the counselor to the administrator on agricultural policy at EPA. And an update from NAFB here in Kansas City. On the Rural Radio Network, I'm Chad Moyer reporting.